too late to awake you. King Buddha, it's never too late for mistake to. King Buddha, it's never too late to awake you. King Buddha, it's never too late for mistake to. King Buddha, stop up or shut up. King Buddha, stop up or shut up. Fuck. Karen.
What it do? What it do? What it do, chat? Oh, then we got a lot cooking up for you guys. Hope you guys are ready for this. This is a crazy episode because this is the first time that we are gonna go over the Epstein files on our own, and we're going to the Department of Justice, and we're gonna view it for ourselves, chat. So the cool thing about this is that we're going to go through the rabbit hole ourselves. We're going to see it with our own eyes. Right, Chan? So that's the only cool part about this. The crazy part about this is that I don't know how much of this we are allowed to talk about. So today our focus point will be the Zorro Ranch. We will be looking at the Zorro Ranch. So, chapter 1 of our Epstein Files review, we are going to be looking into Zorro Ranch itself, chat. Okay? So, happy Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, this is what I bring to you on Valentine's, but we have a few pages that I was already looking at, chat. So, I was looking at this here, which was um this is hold up. This is EFTA 01079 01079 01079 01079. Where did we find that? Zorro Ranch, right? 9125, the last four. 912. Oh, right here. This is it right here. So this one right here, chat. Fuck. This one right here, chat. ET0129. This one right here, that's what the one we're going to look at right now. That's the one we're opening. So we're going to go right into that one, which leads us to this map here. Chat, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, but it says that the house is 14 square yards, right? The side of it is 2,000 square yards. The house parking is 640 square yards, totaling to 18,000 square yards. Now, I don't know what this is. Why is this depicted, this route? You know what I'm saying? Like this whole route, the yard, this is the ranch. That's the ranch. What is this? Oh, so this is the parking area. Wow, that's far from the ranch. So they have you park this far from the ranch. That's almost, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. So that means that if you were brought here by somebody and they're your go home ride, you're not gonna get from here to that car. If you forgot your cell phone or something, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. And then what is this? 2000. 2000 is what? 2000 is the side road. This side road here is 2,000 square yards. That's a lot. And then this right here is parking. See, I paved parking. So, no, chat. Listen, chat. This is where they park. You are literally there's no escape in this place. If you were brought here by somebody, you're not going nowhere. This is the front entrance to begin with. Look how far the front entrance, my friends, this is the front entrance of the place. Do you see how the front entrance of this place, chat? Hold on. Chat, the front entrance is right here. If you wanted to, after you're in the complex, the Zorro Ranch, you're not going nowhere. First of all, even if you ran to the front gate, right? and you ran to the front gate. Let's say you did. This is 2,000 feet. Alexa, how many miles is 2133 feet?
21,333 feet equals about 4.04 miles.
Chat. 4 miles. Alexa, how long does it take for you to walk 4 miles?
I don't actually walk, but for humans, walking 4 miles usually takes about 1 to 1.5 hours at a normal pace. Would you like to know some tips for walking longer distances?
No, thank you. I think they needed those tips. You see what I'm saying, Chat?
Sounds good.
1.5 hours to walk 2,000 feet. That's a lot. That's a lot, Chat. That's a lot. That's an hour and a half walk. You're looking at an hour and a half walk to the front door. See it right there? Front entrance. Chat, what is this over here? What is that big ass line? See that? There's a giant line that goes across. What is that? Look at this one here too. And this one. What is that? Is that? And then there's this giant road that goes right to the valley. You see that? It goes right into the valley. Chat, what is this road here? See, it goes into the valley too. Pulverized area. Why would they want to get to a pulverized area? That is a big drive, let me tell you. That drive is about, wow, I don't know, 23,000 feet? Oh my God, Chad, this is a scary place. This is the shit that they make movies out of. That you'd be like, yo, they take them to a place and they hunt them like deers and like human. Like this is the place where that happens, Chad. I cannot believe that this is a real place where people were taken to. Not people, little girls. Let's be specific. All right, so right here, what do we have here? We have scope of work, asphalt 3-inch, base course 4-inch, over compacted subgrade 780 square feet. So this is like the floor plans here of the ranch. All right. Oh, this is the entrance. That's the entrance, chat. That's the entrance. Oh my God, that is so fucking scary, chat. My goodness. Look at this. This is the actual ranch. So look at how the complex is built. There is no way out of this bitch. Once they bring you in here, not only are you 2,000 miles, 2,000 feet from the entrance, which is an hour and a half walk, right? But this is where you are stuck in. Like, look, there's little houses that probably have like security. Understand? That looks security type. Feel me? Then your man got everything painted blue. So if you look at it from a fucking sky view, just looks like water. Smart guy, huh? Look, it looks like water. He has a tennis court. You know he was entertaining the rich. All right. Let's see what the other file says. This is what? Confidential, pursuant, P. The Zorro development, negative BIS results, negative media, there's no file. I think these are like the selling documents about the ranch. Then we got some information there, which I don't want to be disclosing. You guys could go check that out on your own. What else we got here? We got names, executives, 8 on record. You got the president of the company, which is Janice Ahern. And then you got the secretary, which is Indike Darren. We got the owner, treasurer, director, and all that good shit. Of course, you're none other than Epstein himself. And then it's the same people again. Janice Anharn, Darren Indike, and Mr. Epstein, who takes 2 positions in this, 4 positions, president, director, and treasurer. And then this is their information, their addresses, which I'm pretty sure everybody already has. And then this is the building siting, a single complex, Gibbish, and then the Zorro development, which is still out there, my friends. It's still out there. Look, these are all the liens put on this property. And then you got other liens filed against this property. I guess they were trying to get things done. Termination, initiation, filing. What else do we got here? Prices, assessment information, the market value of the land, the chat, 16,633,400. Wow, sir, 16 million that shit cost. That piece of land cost 16 million, chat, to be in the middle of nowhere, where you could do all of the atrocious things you could do to people and nobody will hear them scream. That's the scariest part, chat. That even if you were to scream out the top of your lungs, chat, where the fuck are there gonna be people to hear you? I think that was the selling point. I think the selling point was you could do whatever you want to the person and they could scream for help and nobody will help them. That's crazy, Chad. That's fucking crazy, Chad. That's fucking crazy. Let's not forget what this complex looks like. This is the complex, my friends. This is the entrance. You're not getting nowhere. You're not getting nowhere, Chad. You're not going to get anywhere. You are not getting anywhere, Chad. That's where you're going to be. That's the hour and a half walk to try to go back to civilizations. You could scream out the top of your lungs from any part of this geographic map. Not even a helicopter can help you. Let's see what else we got, Chad. We got here a continency agreement, continency agreement. A Zorro Ranch and Vizoki are owners and as tenants in common. Who the fuck is this? The real property known as Tract A, as shown on the property survey of the Zorro prepared by Timothy Ray Odin, blah, blah, blah. And it has his Zorro Ranch and Vizoki. See, this name keeps coming up. Who is Vizoki? We need to find out who this person is. We're gonna grab his name and we're gonna put it into the Epstein file. And we're gonna see who he is in the Epstein files. You feel me? Because if your boy keeps coming up in this shit, then he's gotta be important somehow. So let's see what Vizoki comes up with if we get Vizoki involved. So we put Larry Vizoki, that's the guy's name, and the first file we get to see, chat, is a message, iMessage of Larry Vizoki and Epstein. And as you can see, chat, this was 2016. Epstein had his demise in 2019. This was 3 years prior. Here we go. We got something here. All right. So on May 20th of 2016, at almost midnight, Larry says, he's the sender. Larry says to Epstein, hurry, just received a notice that runway closes at 9:30 p.m. Notice came out at 3 o'clock today. So this is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So he's trying to let Epstein know that tonight they'll be closing the runway so he could fly in some suspected victims at 9:30. So be early, boss. You have to be here early, boss. The henchmen are gonna be waiting. All right? Because he was like a supervillain. This guy right here is everything that Batman and all the Punisher and all the Marvel superheroes. This is the guy that we're fighting. So now when you watch like Marvel and shit like that, now you know what the bad guys really look like, right? This is what they look like. They look like this. They control every aspect of your life without you knowing they do. This guy is literally arranging flights like he's ordering dominoes. Larry seems to be like the Uber Eats guy. No, no, I correct myself. Larry is the guy that tells Epstein at what time the restaurants on the Uber Eats menu close so he could order. You know what I'm saying? Because this is an order. See? And then Larry says at 12:14 in the 14 minutes later, says the runway in St. Thomas closes at 9:30. I guess whoever he was talking to was trying to clarify which runway. And he's like, the runway in St. Thomas. Now, we also see here the person he was writing to, Epstein himself, saying, okay, thank you. Then, whoever was writing for Mr. Epstein here wrote, Mr. Epstein wants to know what is the flight time, right? And Larry, who has all this information, says 3:16. So that's assumption that there is either 3 flights that are going to be 16 minutes, or I'm trying to understand why he said 3 plus 16. Of course, he replied, "Thank you," with a big exclamation mark, because that was very important information. And then he says, "Are you 15 minutes away?" And of course, EJ Epstein. This is so crazy, Chad. Like, we're watching in real time communication Jeffrey Epstein, JE. And this is when they land. "Text me when you're at the gate," says Larry. And Epstein says, "We are at the gate." Of course, he runs over there. He's like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and shit. He's like Igor. He's like Igor. "Would boss man like to go to GSJ today? And what time should I tell Randy?" Who the fuck is Randy? Chat. Who the fuck is Randy? This is normal to him. Apple Store. He says, "But Apple Store, good news, items in the Apple Store." So this is what he got in the Apple Store. I wonder what this is. Copy. Let's check what this is. That status for that order is, let me see. Doesn't say what it was for some reason, but whatever. Maybe we put items. Oh, it was an iPhone 6. He got an iPhone 6. That was in the iPhone 3. So that order leads to an iPhone 6. So he got himself an iPhone 6, right? And it has been shipped and will be delivered on May 25th, 2016. Blah, blah, blah. Then he ordered some more shit. Here's the recipe to the main brand mix. Blah, blah, blah. Don't know what that is. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Thanks, Lynn. Yes, I need the brands for the rest of the ingredients when you get a chance, please. He's talking to somebody named Lynn. Okay, thanks. Tomorrow I'll send it. Pretty boring shit, to be honest with you. But, look, we got Anne Rodriguez. We don't know who she is. Anne Rodriguez on his library messages archive. Larry Visoki. That's the guy that I wonder if we could see what he looks like. Copy. Paste. Epstein's friend. Let's see what he might look like. Pilot, celebrity, passengers. Images. That's what he looks like. So Visoki is this old dude here. Larry Visoki and his wife. Look at him right here, chat. This is Larry right here, and this is his wife. Larry Visoki. Look at him right here too. You could tell by the nose, it's the same guy. Look at him over here too. He is the pilot. He's the guy that was talking on the thing, like, well, let me know when you land, and yada, 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 15 minutes early. I'm going to land you. Wow, wow, wow. Now we know what Visoki was doing. This is what Visoki was doing. Look at him right here. That's Visoki again, chat. Look at Visoki right here. Right there. Visoki. So, yeah, look at him right here, too. So now he's now we could put a face to the guy having the conversation with your boy. What's his face? Now I found another one of the conversations. This one we haven't looked at this one. Right? It was with Visoki as well. He's talking about something about a girl. She said 1 p.m. now. Seriously, anyway, I will be there, my dear, and I will then head up in a car. Don't want to make anyone sick, so I will call when I'm outside. I anticipate 1:30. We'll let you know if otherwise. On my way, showing 2:13. Shall I give you a call when I'm closer? And then, sorry, we were in the middle of a food service, going to wrap it up. Who is he talking to in this one? I don't see any names. Yes, I can. OMG, fell asleep and woke up with a cough, even worse. Ben said it sounds like bronchial. To me, it sounds like a horse. At the pharmacy and going to finally take the antibiotics. I didn't know that people with this crazy infliction to hurt humans had a sense of humor. Really didn't. I thought they were like, like just mechanical and shit. But this guy's actually cracking a joke here. To me, it sounds like a horse. Feel me? So, better already. Feels like it's not. Like, really knocks. And there you go to the H. I don't know what the H is. Comebacks. So Jeffrey's talking to somebody. Who is he talking to? Is it Vict? Is it Visoloki? All right, let's see what other ones we could find. What else do we have here? Visoki. Yes, I am 18 years old, thank you. Here he's talking about Sonam. Sonam. Como tu ninguna. So this is Sonam, as you can see. Don't know who that is. This one is the broken one. Then I think this is the brand. Citram. I don't know what they're talking about. Should Jojo take Valdson back to the house after we finish at Bloomingdale's? We are still a few blocks away. Very bad traffic. Oh, this is Karina, ladies and gentlemen. Karina Sulasky, or whatever her last name is. Yeah, we found some Karina email stuff, guys. Hawthorne, Larry Visoki. That's why Larry came out on this. Thank you. Would you be better off if I FedEx it overnight? Larry says, yeah. If you can get it out overnight for priority, priority 1, delivery tomorrow would be great. These guys had the money to overnight shit, chat. Yes, I will FedEx it right away. We'll keep you posted. Of course. numbers. I don't know if that's Epstein himself. Here's the FedEx number, sent it to you, confirming the bedding should arrive. Oh, that is a bed that was shipping. Fitted sheet, twin XL. Why would he be buying a twin bed? That's so small. A flat sheet queen, a duvet cover. I do not ship the pillow shams. Oh, this was Karina doing this. See? So these are Karina talking to Larry. Boom. Awesome. Thank you very much. So they're ordering shits for two types of bed. Oh my God, guys. Woody Allen? Chat. 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 Oh my God. Oh my God. Woody Allen has just entered the conversation, chat. No fucking way, chat. This is crazy, chat. Woody fucking Allen. Like the Woody Allen. What cake? Solid chocolate or checkerboard? Or, and Woody's talking to Karina here. I'm not with Woody, says whoever's talking for Woody. I will see him in 10 minutes and get back to you. So this is Woody's representative. So he can't say he don't know nothing about this. Woody said chocolate cake or chocolate brownies. I always prefer the checkerboard if you're interested. Woody said he always prefers the checkerboard. So Woody likes checkerboard cakes. I wonder why the checkerboard. Right? Like the fucking Illuminati, man. Chad, this is the craziest shit we've been watching, Chad. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. But we are in the fucking Epstein's file, Chad. Oh, yes, we are. And we're watching it with our own eyes right now. Woody Allen, the famous fucking director, entered the conversation. And this was in September 26th of 2018, the year prior to him dying. And then who else we got here? Maybe it's for the insects instead of humans. What? That is a weird statement, Chad. Scent matters. Differential contribution. Scent insects response. What the fuck is this? I think we need to check out this link right here. Oh, they took it down. So that link doesn't exist anymore, Chad. Whatever that was, they don't want us to know what that is, Chad. Oh my God, Chad. What are we getting into here? So that link was some shit. Pro Cream Liquid Laundry Detergent Intense French, right? But then over here, she's buying something else that she has to disclose that it's maybe for insects instead of humans. What kind of product do you have to disclose to somebody by message? Yo, nah. We're going to use it for insects this time, not for humans. What product could that be? What could be so that you have to distinguish it? See, maybe it's for insects instead of humans. Like, what kind of distinction do you need to make for that? Thank you for such a delicious dinner. Woody Allen, my niggas. Always after fun. Always fun to see you. Sorry, Chad. Thank you also for the leftover cake that I'm looking forward to eating and sharing with Betche. Or Beckett. I don't know, I'm Spanish. CH is chi. So, Betche. She's Betche. Who is coming in this weekend? Who the fuck is Beckett? Very sweet of you to think of me for the new Apple Watch. Very much appreciated. Thank you. So he gifted Woody Allen a watch. Chat. That's crazy. This is Woody Allen, chat. I'm not fucking with you. This is Woody Allen, chat. And he's thanking Epstein for dinner and the Apple Watch, which he appreciates a lot. This is fucking serious, chat. Woody has his representatives write and say, Woody said, I have a left and right hand. I don't know what that means, chat. I don't know what that means. And then they wrote back, pleasure. You need to understand that if it becomes known that your daughter has the private number of the president and he does as she asks, it's bad for her. Wait, 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 wait. We have to read this carefully. This is crazy. What the fuck does that mean? Pleasure, right? He said, Woody said, I have a left and right hand. This was at what time? 106. So this is the reply to the 106, because this is 108. Same day. This message, 5, 6, and then 7. So he says, Woody said, I have a right and left hand. He says, pleasure. You need to understand that if it becomes known that your daughter, if he's talking to Woody, then he's telling Woody Allen, if it comes to become known that Woody Allen's daughter has the private phone number of the president, is it the president of the United States or the president of the Zorro Ranch? And he does as she asks, it's bad for her. So he's saying, let's make believe, because we don't know. Let's make believe that he's talking about the president of the United States, right? And the time was who? Who was the president? Alexa, who was the president of the United States in 2018, September 27th?
Donald Trump was the president of the United States on September 27th, 2018.
Okay, thank you. No more.
All right, you got it. Have a wonderful evening, King.
Hey, what's going on, Katie? How you doing? You don't got no sound? No sound? No sound? You serious? There's no sound for you guys? Oh, that's crazy. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Can you hear me now? There's no sound. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? 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 Can you hear me now? Wow. So you guys missed on everything that I've been hearing. Here we have the Epstein files, guys. We've been looking at the Epstein files for a while now. If you guys weren't hearing me, at least you were watching what I was telling you. Now, what we did find was that Woody Allen himself has been messaging your boy Jeffrey Epstein in September 27th of 2018. And at that point, he says, Woody Allen said, I have a left and right hand, says whoever was writing to Woody Allen. Then Woody Allen says that. They said that to Woody Allen. Woody Allen says, it's a pleasure. Now, the person writing to Woody Allen also says, you need to understand that if it becomes known that your daughter has the private number of the president, which I asked Alexa, who was the president at that time, and Alexa says, Donald Trump. So she's talking about the president has the private number of his daughter. Now, if the president has her do what he wants her to do, it's a bad thing for her, says whoever's writing to Woody Allen. So this is crazy, chat. That Woody Allen is talking with Epstein about watch out. Now, here Woody Allen writes, I just sent him an email taking your advice because I am a very good listener and an exceptional at the end. So Woody Allen's daughter was going to hang out with President Trump, and your man here, Epstein, cock blocked it, only to have Woody Allen immediately withdraw any invitations through email about his daughter linking Trump. That's crazy, chat. That's fucking crazy, chat. It's crazy that you see Woody Allen's name on this thing. What else do we have here? And then we got Teresa, 25 years old, and she is with MC Square. Who the fuck is that? MC Square. We gotta figure that out, chat, because somebody said, I like it. So they were doing the predator shit right here. Like, Teresa, 25 years old, and she is with MC Square. And he's like, ooh, I like it. And then what else do they say about no, 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 you cannot touch, not yet. And then somebody says HBJ cannot make it. HB. Who the fuck is HB? Weather and traffic has changed many plans. Huh. UN traffic. United Nations. They're in New York now. They're in New York. Just finished lunch. Will call in 20 minutes. And of course, you see Karina's name on this shit because she's the one and doing the do. Know what I mean? She's doing the do. And this is all redacted stuff. Damn, chat, it's a lot of shit, chat. It is a lot of shit, chat. Man, getting through this shit's not gonna be easy, let me tell you. And that shit goes like, we got how many more to go before? Oh my God, chat. And there's pages on pages on pages. I think that we need to check. We saw some shit on Larry. That's fine. We need to check Jay-Z. Because everybody was talking about Jay-Z. I want to see what was it that was said about Jay-Z. So Jay-Z's name comes up in these documents. Let's see what are they talking about. Because it's easy to just say bullshit, but I want to see it with my own eyes. So it says here, to Jeffrey Epstein from Mark Lloyd, forwarded to Qatari buys Picasso, JC defends himself against Abramovic and Sotheby's money-themed sale. So, is this that he advised Jay-Z on things that he was... I want to know, what is this all about? JC defends himself against... I guess there were like articles and shit happening in London. It doesn't say shit there. Let's see what else. Because sometimes, chat, you don't know if you're going to see something you don't want to see, chat. Sometimes it be like that, and you be like, damn. You know? But I'm not finding anything that has to do with Jay-Z, except for like stuff where it's like Jay-Z got added to the NBA 2K13 soundtrack and shit like that. Something about Mary J. Blige here. What's up with this? Dear friends, as some of you may know, both on PC and laptop, within the last 3 weeks, I was left without working computers, although la 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 la. Who is this? Ron Paul. What is Ron Paul talking? The map where America from Germans, by far the largest ancestral group stretching from the coast to coast. Black Africans, the census map identifies. So why do they have a count of every human? What is this? The Census Bureau? Yeah, that's very disturbing. Human mysteries. The human body is a treasure. Chat, I found something weird here. All right, so I found this document, right? This was this document here. Right? This document right here. I just saw Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, Empire State. I was like, let's click on that. So that's this document right here. Now, what makes this document weird, chat, is that, look what it says. Map of ethnic groups in the U.S. September 1st, 2013. The largest ancestry group in the United States, Liz O'Connor, Gus Lubrin, and Dina Spector, Business Insider. What are these? Who are these people? Jonathan Spire? It says, dear friends, as some of you know, Both my PC and laptop died within the last 3 weeks, and last week I was left without a working computer. Although I have four computers in my home and office, two fairly new. With this said, I am sorry to delay in this week's reading and facts from my point of view. This week offering a little thin, especially with all the newsworthy events and that happened this past week, including President Obama asking for congressional approval to attack Syria. What? That was trending towards defeat in Russia. President Putin seasoned on a comment made last week by Vice President Biden offered a proposal that would rid Syria of chemical weapons, which the Syrian government immediately embraced and which the Jerusalem Post called a masterstroke. This is only being booed by the Syrian rebels who see their chance of overthrowing the Assad regime diminish. The neocons like Senator John McCain, who still embrace the desire of full-scale war to institute regime change reminiscent of Afghanistan and Iraq. What the fuck, Chad? For a person who don't know shit about politics, Chad, this shit is fucking trippy, Chad. It's it is delusional to believe that the arming the rebels will lead to democracy when there are more than 27 armed warring factions who range from the wannabe warlords to the Islamic zealots to former Assad government officials who John McCain supports. Even though they have little support within Syria, as President Putin, in an attempt to bolster their international credentials, gave him a get out of free card with his proposal that is almost a win-win for everyone, especially those of us who believe entering into another war anywhere on the globe against a country who has not attacked us or isn't an imminent threat is just plain stupidity, if you ask me. I am not a fan of Vladimir Putin or Bashar. I'm reading this, by the way. This is not my opinion. I'm reading it right here. I am not a fan of Vladimir Putin or Bashar al Assad, and I am definitely not a fan of gunboat democracy, diplomacy, whether it be George Bush or Barack Obama. But I have to thank the cooler heads prevailed to thank that cooler heads prevailed this week because it has given him his way. A President John McCain would have had the U.S. embroiled in wars in Iran and now Syria, in addition to Afghanistan, Iraq, and with Sarah Palin as vice president. Oh, they were like imagining if he would have been like, man, suck a dick, bro. I don't even know who this guy is, John McCain. That sounds like a fucking candy that nobody buys. And then this was the disturbing part: the map that shows where America came from. Fascinating illustration that shows the ancestry of every country in the US. So while everybody is talking about they're from the US, they're American as apple pie, this right here shows that everybody comes from somewhere else, my friend. We are a country of immigrants. Oh my God. Is ICE going to have a fucking day today when they find out we are a government, we are a country of immigrants. And for those who chose to deny others the same rights that we have given to the forefathers is un-American. That's outlined in the Census Bureau. Census data shows heritage of 370 million Americans. 317 million Americans. The largest ancestry grouping in the nations are the German descent, which are almost 50 million. So, guys, if you forgot and you did not notice who won World War II, know that 50 million Germans occupy America today. So this is no different and this is a neo, I hate to say this, chat, but we live in a neo Germany. This is neo Germany. America is no different than the other Germany. You feel me? Then it says African Americans and blacks are the second largest group. The second largest group to the Germans are the African Americans. So I think if anybody's a fucking immigrant here, it ain't gonna be anybody in these groups, the blacks or the African Americans. Now, almost 20 million people claimed American in their ancestry for political reasons and because they're unsure their family's genealogy. Now, chat. The United States opened its doors and welcomed with open arms millions of immigrants who arrived through New York's Ellis Island in hope for a better life in America. Indeed, the inscriptions on the Statue of Liberty in New York's harbor reads, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free." And the fascinating map identifies the truly diverse nature of the United States in the 21st century. Although the 2010 census left out questions about ethnicity, this map shows how it looked in the 2000s, according to Upworthy. Now, who is Upworthy? It's got to be some kind of census company. Now, 49 million Germans. 49 million Germans. Neo Germany, right here. You add that to the 42 million black and African Americans, black black or, black or African American, and you got a whopping 90 million people. Okay? 35 million are Irish, 31 million are Mexican, 31 million. 26 million are English. 19 million are Americans. The surprising number of people across the nation claiming to have been American ancestry is due to them making a political statement or because they simply are uncertain of the directional descendant. Indeed, this particular common feature is in the south of the nation. So a lot of these claiming to be Americans are in the south. Now, with a number of Hispanics dating up to 15 million. 15 million out of these 19 million Americans, 15 million are Hispanic alone. So 15 million minus 19 million, there's only 4 million people that are not Hispanic claiming to be American. Okay? I just want you to know what American is for you Americans. You fucking hypocrites. You know what I mean? Because I'm American myself. But it's just so hypocritical that I'm only excluded from being American when we're talking about ancestry, like everybody came from here. Like you sons of bitches, you came from another place just like everybody else. You sons of bitches. All right? Now, this was the shit that I wanted to get to. Now, this right here, chat. This right here, chat, is fucking spooky. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lower myself down here. Well, look at this spooky shit. All right. So this spooky shit says something like this. Right. It says human mysteries. Who the fuck wanted to know about this information? I have no fucking clue. But this information is documented. And if they got it and they're researching it and they documenting it, I think we all should know this information, right? So it says here, it is possible that your body to survive without surprisingly large fractions of its internal organs. Whoa, 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 whoa. The human body is a treasure trove of mysteries and still confound doctors and scientists about the details of its working. It's not an overstatement to say that every body part of your body is a miracle. Here are some facts about your body, some of which will leave you stunned. The person who wrote this document knew this is going to be some stunning information, chat. This, chat, is probably the most disturbing shit I've seen in my life. But we're going to look at it. All right? We're going to look at it because this is what we signed up for. All right, chat? So here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. Okay, so here we are. So as you can see, it says here, right? It says here. It's possible for your body to survive without a surprisingly large fraction of its internal organs. Even if you lose your stomach, your spleen, 75% of your liver, 80% of your intestines, one kidney, one lung, and you lose all those things, and virtually every organ from your pelvic and groin area, you wouldn't be very healthy, but you would live. So everything from here down, chat, from here down, which means that you could have just you don't need a stomach. You don't need a stomach. You don't need lower. You don't need your legs. You don't need your liver. You don't need none of that shit to live. You could survive with just the upper portion of your body. As is stated here, you would live. Even if you didn't have anything from your waist down. It says here, from even if you lose your stomach and everything from there down, which means that you would just be your chest and up, like your heart, your lungs. That's it. You will live. During your lifetime, you would produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. Actually, saliva is more important than you realize. If your saliva cannot dissolve something, you cannot taste it. Did you know that, chat? Chat, did you know? Chat, these are going to be clippable moments right here, right? So we're going to start with number one. You could clip it after this. Number one, it's possible. All right, let's do it again. Chat, here are some wonderful mysteries about your body that you did not know called human mysteries. We got this from the Epstein file. One, chat. It is possible for your body to survive without a surprisingly large fraction of its internal organs. Even if you lost your stomach, your spleen, 75% of your liver, 80% of your intestines, one kidney, one lung, virtually every organ from the pelvic and the groin area down, you wouldn't really be healthy, but you would live. Let's go for number two, chair. During your lifetime, you will produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. Actually, saliva is more important than you realize. If your saliva cannot dissolve something, you cannot taste it. Number three, chat, mysteries of the body. The largest cell in your human body is the female egg, and the smallest is the male sperm. The egg is actually the only cell in the body that is visible to the naked eye. Did you know that, chat? That the female egg is the largest human cell? So if we look at a cell on a molecular level, the largest cell you could actually see without a telescope, without a microscope, or a microscope, right? Yeah. Without a microscope, chat, is the female egg. That is the largest cell. And the smallest cell that is visible to the human eye is sperm. That's crazy. That was crazy. That was a crazy one. Number four, the strongest muscle in the human body is the tongue, and the hardest bone is the jawbone. Wow, chat. That's a crazy one. Number five, human mysteries. Human feet have 52 bones, accounting for 1/4 of all the human body bones. Wow. Human body mystery number 6, chat. Feet have 500,000 sweat glands and can produce more than a pint of sweat a day. That's for all you feet lovers. You guys be liking the feet. The feet is cute. The feet is this. Me, I lived a long life of homelessness and I saw how my feet got in moments where I couldn't change my socks every day. And trust me, I know feet are disgusting. 500,000 sweat glands and you licking that? That's nasty. Let's see. Human mystery number 7, chat. The acid in your stomach is strong enough to dissolve razor blades. The reason it doesn't eat away your stomach is that the cells in your stomach will renew themselves so frequently that you can get a new stomach lining every 3 to 4 days, chat. Oh my goodness. The things that we're learning today. I cannot believe we're learning this from the Epstein files, not even from the internet. Guys, human mystery number 8, right? Human mystery number 8 about your body. The human lungs contain approximately 2.4 kilometers. That's 1,500 miles, 1,500 miles of airways, and 300 to 500 million hollow cavities, having a total surface of about 70 square meters, roughly the same area of the same area as one side of a tennis court. So half of a tennis court is the size of human lungs of the airways it has. Furthermore, if all of the capillaries that surround the lung cavities were unwounded and laid end to end, they would extend about 992 kilometers. Also, your left lung is smaller than your right lung to make room for your heart. What? Oh my God, I didn't even know that. Oh my goodness, chat. We are learning today. We are learning today. Come sit over here. Sit. Up. Human mystery of your body, number 9. Sneezes regularly. Let me do this again. Human mysteries of the body, number 9. Sneezes regularly exceed 100 miles per hour. Did you hear that, chat? A human sneeze is regularly exceeding 100 miles per hour, while coughs clock in at 60 miles per hour. Popcorn. Human body mystery number 10. Your body gives off enough heat in 30 minutes to bring a half a gallon of water to boil. Who sat there and clocked this shit? This is the crazy part. This information is obviously important if it's being documented. Let's keep going. Up. Come on. Go up. Now. Human Mystery of the Body, part number 11. Your body has enough iron in it to make a nail 3 inches long. When you grab a nail that's 3 inches long, that's how much iron your body produces. That information is very important if you are trying to do something. Earwax. Mysteries of the Body, number 12. Earwax production is necessary for good ear health. It protects the delicate inner lining from bacteria, fungus, dirt, and even insects. It also cleans and lubricates the ear canal. Holy shit, chat. That is sick. Come up here. You don't come up here, I'm not giving you nothing. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here now. Over here. Over here. Come up here. Up. 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 Now. Go. Up. Go. Because you could doing it wrong. Come from over there. Come from over there. Come from over there. Come. Over here. Over here. Over here. All right. Up. 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 Yes. Now. Now. This little kid. You're a little boy. You lose all your senses. It's like you lose all your superpowers. All right. Let's keep going. How many of these we got? 50. And they get even more disturbing as we keep going. But I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep reading. Human body fact number 13 that you didn't know. Everybody has a unique smell except for identical twins who smell the same. Oh my God. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The fuck? That's crazy. My phone was not even charging this whole time. All right. Well, chat, I guess we're going to give it a rest for today. I'm going to come back tomorrow. I left off at what? Your body gives you enough water to boil. And we left off at number 11. Tomorrow we're going to cover some more of these. All right, chat? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate everybody. Love and peace. And it's your boy Chief from the Cheat Challenge, and we're out.